Okay, welcome to Rayzor Tattoos. I'm Ray Young. Today we're going to be talking to Doug Brown and finding out what he is doing for skateboarding and the Steelton community. Hello, Doug.
Hello.
And why are you here?
Yeah, talk skate park, skateboarding, what it can do for Steelton, what it can do for our economy, what it can do for our kids. We're a borough that needs new, fresh, engaging activities for kids, but also I see skateboarding as an industry that can kind of help save the borough.
Yeah. Did you practice this speech?
No.
You really believe that?
Yeah, I really do. We have to position ourselves as a borough that welcomes independent business, that fosters progressive approaches to developing our economy, including embracing the skateboarding community. If you look at it from sort of a holistic approach, the economic benefits are the people who have now grown up and they've experienced skateboarding or they've experienced other action sports. They get it. They understand it. They're going to be the independent business owners we want in the borough. They're going to be the people that are running the events or the people that are coming to the events and spending money in the borough, whether it's at a skateboard shop like yours or whether it's a convenience store.
So what do you do?
As borough manager?
Is that what you are?
Yep. What I do as borough manager, it's an appointed position. I'm appointed by the 7 members of Steelton Borough Council, as well the mayor. I oversee the day-to-day operations of the borough, so I'm overseeing the police department. Here we go.
You're going to build us a park?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
You are?
Absolutely.
You want to build a skateboard park in Steelton. And where did the idea come from?
So the idea came from County Commissioner Jeff Haste and said there's really no space for kids to really skate in the region.
None.
There's no real comprehensive
York is the closest.
Yeah, York's the
park.
closest. We see a lot of kids skateboarding on the streets here. So the number one thing was we saw, okay, this is a good opportunity to create a quality skate park in our region that's close, either walking distance or close from a mass transit perspective for people to come in. But also we saw the economic development potential.
A part of your job description is economic development for the borough of Steelton.
Yes.
So it kind of falls right in line with that.
As a borough that no one else is doing.
No one's doing. You know, myself and the skate community, I mean, we back in '89, we were early '80s, all privately owned. We were building ramps in our backyards. We have been to committee council meetings and talked about, hey, we would like to do this. Yeah. What took so long?
Really, when you look at it, the skateboarding as a sport, it's been around for a long time, but it hasn't really been in the mainstream for a long time.
Yeah, and that depends on definition. We're going to say probably 15, pushing 20 years.
From an economic perspective, you've seen the industry grow to a multi-billion-dollar industry nationally. There's a better understanding of skateboarding.
So money's a motivator?
Money's definitely a motivator, but it's not the only motivator.
Why now?
Yes.
Like, why all of a sudden is there an interest? When there's actually been an interest for a very long time within at least my community.
15, 16-year-old kids to guys in their mid-40s,
right,
50s. They came down just to see what this park was all about.
See what was going to happen.
Now, the skateboarding community doesn't broadcast itself outside of its own community, I think, a lot. And that's one of the things that I like about the culture is that you guys, you have your own sort of, you know, circles that you run in, and it's very authentic. It's very grassroots. From a public policy perspective, what's the number one misconception? Insurance costs.
Right.
Right.
How much is insurance?
$938 a year.
Well, there's that answer.
Insurance companies are now saying, you know what? This is kind of the same as a basketball court or a tennis court or any other recreational facility. It's a very economical project. And even with all concrete, which is very, you know, obviously very durable. The question was, why now?
Right.
After years of the community being here, the skateboarding community being here, demonstrating you're building private ramps, you're building a lot on private properties, you're doing all these DIY projects because that's what you were forced to do. You know, you've let us know this is what's worked in other places, this is not what works. This is what's going to work at your park. Everybody's come in with ideas that have made the project better, and I think that's what's going to ensure it's successful. You know, the skating community as stakeholders are the number one driver to getting this thing done successfully.
You really believe this is going to happen?
Yes, absolutely.
That's on film.
It's going to happen.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so when?
It will be built by the summer of 2017. I see the skepticism in your eyes burning through.
Because you know, we've heard this before.
What's held up your previous projects? Is it politics?
It's actually,
is it money?
Yeah, both. So this is a free park too.
Yes. The benefits of skateboarding from not only a physical health standpoint, but mental health standpoint, if there's a kid that has nothing or has very little and they can get their hands on a skateboard, builds their confidence. It can open up a lot of new worlds for them.
Yeah, I mean, the basketball courts are free, the tennis courts are free,
yeah.
Everything else is free, so why wouldn't it?
Yeah.
All right, so you asked me a question. You said what held this up more so than anything else in any other community that I've witnessed in this area?
Yeah.
The fact that skateboarders had to raise their own money to build a park. I don't know of any basketball players that had to raise money to build a basketball court. I don't know of any tennis players that had to raise money to build a tennis court. Or what 5-year-old needs to raise money to build a playground. I mean, really, that's been it.
That goes back to the sort of evolving understanding of skateboarding in the community. Once every 2 to 3 council meetings in public comment we hear about, we need things for the kids to do. We have nothing for the kids to do.
There is nothing to do. It doesn't matter if it was Steelton or if it's any other community.
Yeah. Obviously this costs money. We've had support from the county in the form of a tourism grant to help pay for it. We're going to pursue additional support programming for the community.
Okay.
Teaching kids how to skate, having camps.
Sure.
Teaching them, skateboarding, and that's where we'll partner with Get On Board.
Right.
As well as having competitive contests or, different demos, different events that will bring in folks from outside. That's going to inform and educate a lot of people about what skateboarding really is, and what the culture's really about.
You will be the only game in town.
Yeah.
So what other surrounding municipalities have reached out to you, just out of curiosity, if any?
We've gotten overwhelmingly positive support. Calls I've gotten from other municipalities have been, how are you guys doing it so quickly?
Because we kick ass.
Yeah. My response to that is that we have our council we have a great council that's really, they're forward thinking on this thing.
Are you going to skate?
Yeah.
Really?
I do have a skateboard. It's tailored for the larger gentleman. Can't do tricks really.
That doesn't matter. Who cares?
I just like to cruise around. It's
cool.
Fun. It's a good stress reliever. It's therapeutic kind of.
You're starting to bore me now. But anyway, so all right, so you're talking about positive community engagement. We had seen Joel, skateboard cop out west in Wisconsin.
Yes.
And we had presented to you, hey, we got an idea. Why don't you put a police officer on a skateboard? Lo and behold, within the next 24 hours, Art, was like, I'm the guy. And I've met Art, and he's awesome.
Our police chief, Tony Minium, is 110% supportive and excited about this project. So once we came back to him at the skate park committee meeting, and you showed us Joel and what they do in Green Bay, and said, hey, there's a skateboard cop. This would be sweet to do in Steelton. It was like, Tony was just like, boom, let's do it. He has his longboard, and he's been cruising around it. It's funny, I go down to the officers' sort of barracks they have on the first floor of the Borough building, and they have it there, so some of the other guys are riding around. So
we're gonna have like a whole squadron of skateboard cops.
You could have a platoon of skateboard cops. So no, we're excited to get
you guys are ruining skateboarding.
Yeah, I know, right? The man that ruined skateboarding. Overall, the Borough is poised to take advantage of being progressive when it comes to fostering and encouraging independent businesses, but also thinking outside of the box. Again, our council's very good in that they see the benefit. They want to get it done. It's going to happen.
Final words here.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen?
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Well, cheers. And,
cheers, man.
I guess thank you for everything you are doing here. And
thanks, Ray.
Yeah. There you have it, folks. Doug Brown. Peace out.